Welcome, Star Warheads, to an episode of The Escape Pod. I'm your host, Mitchell Smith, and this podcast is about Star Wars. With me is the magnificent Carl Eicher.
Hello.
And Ron Town.
Hello.
Alright, cool. So, we are going to have these fellas watch the new Star Wars trailer of Han Solo and see what they think. Carl, if you wouldn't mind explaining what's happening in this trailer.
For the record, I've not seen this yet.
Okay.
So let's see what the fuss is about with this thing.
Nice. Turn on some buttons.
Gotta clap for that Lucasfilm.
Scams on the streets since I was 10.
Now there's a speeder. He's flying. Now there's some sparks. It's like a high-speed chase. Ooh.
I like how gray
Solo
it is.
chase.
That's my favorite
he's
part
drifting.
so far.
Tokyo drifting.
I'm gonna be a pilot.
Yeah, just like the what's his name, Captain Kirk.
Now he's standing by the Millennium Falcon. Now he's in the desert.
I'm putting together a
By some spikes. Oh, Woody Harrelson's here.
Hey.
And Donald Glover.
You in?
No, Chewie's in too.
That's yes.
Classic trailer timing.
Yep. More classic.
This summer.
Millennium Falcon shots.
Yeah.
Ooh, gunfight. Duel. Old West. More of the speeder that he was in before.
Explosion.
Yep.
What's that?
Solo, a Star Wars story.
Okay.
Get ready. Thought we were in trouble there for a second, but it's fine. We're fine.
What if it's gonna be like a Seth Rogen comedy?
Boom.
What do you mean?
No, that last scene felt like it was just waiting for Chewie
Well, you
to
know
go.
that was a callback.
You know,
Callback to the original. We're fine here, and you should
Sure.
the thing. Yeah, great.
but
What do you guys think of that great trailer? Not a loaded question at all.
I don't know.
You excited for it?
I'm gonna be honest. That didn't calm any of the fears that I have about it.
You still think it might be trash?
I think it's gonna be like another version of Rogue One. I think it's just gonna be fan food and just nothing of any substance.
Donald Glover looks cool as Lando, though, right?
Yeah, in the 10 seconds you see of him, if that, not even.
He's
That's
gonna be-
bold.
he looks
Watch
like
the
he's
movie.
he looks like he's gonna have a
I don't
major
know.
a big part in it. He's in the ship in that part that seems like it's got to be towards. I mean that what is it, like a giant hurricane cloud thing? I think that's part of Kessel.
I don't know. I think we're gearing up for another Star Wars movie without the Force, without the most interesting thing in the entire universe.
Well, the Force
that
will
is
be
Star
there,
Wars.
just people won't
No,
be
no,
using
just
it.
no.
Well, if it was done right, it'd be like Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's like the opposite of what everything else had been, just because that's Solo's character. He doesn't believe in that shit.
Right.
That's kind of his thing, right? So that would be appropriate, but you know, they don't have the tone across everything like the
Well, they did have
Marvel
3
franchise
different
does.
directors.
And that's part of the problem. Well, and they didn't even have a plan either going into it. They just Abrams made a movie.
So
and went,
far,
all right,
they've
here
had
you go.
no plans on all the movies. Like, they don't have
Oh,
a plan
yeah.
for the trilogy
No,
or
yeah,
anything.
for sure.
No
It's
plans.
like what's going to happen, and that's pretty lame. Even though Lucas didn't have, the specifics nailed down, he had a overall idea of what he wanted to have happen.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it changed a lot, of course,
fair.
but
Fairness.
Can I make it a little nitpick? Chewbacca, did you notice he has 2 straps in that?
I did not.
didn't.
He had
I did
like
not
2
notice.
straps. They're different.
How many
than-
times have you watched this trailer?
Many times. There's
Okay.
different. They're
How
different.
many
straps.
videos did you watch on?
about the trailer? I don't
Yeah,
know,
like with red circles around
3 or
things.
4 or 5 or 6 or 7.
Okay, that's a few.
That's a
Yeah,
good prime
you gotta
number.
do research.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
So he's got 2 vests, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
But in Revenge of the Sith, he's just got the one that he has in A New Hope, and this is supposed to be in between. So maybe he got new clothes for a little bit and then switch
Well,
back.
it might be related to how they meet, and we don't know what happens there because
Oh, okay.
it could be one of 3 things, maybe.
Okay. I guess we haven't seen the movie.
Or 4. That's true. I mean, it could be part of it. Maybe he's carrying something. I don't know. Like a little Yoda guy?
So how did you feel about it before you saw the trailers to now?
About the same.
Ron?
Yeah, about the same.
Still
I
kind of
mean,
worried about it. Still.
ships still look cool.
you're like, oh, you like he's definitely not Han Solo, or does that affect you?
I
Or
don't
he
know.
doesn't look like or sound like Han Solo.
That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that he was not doing well, and they brought in an acting coach instead of just getting a different guy to play him.
You know what they should have done is had Benicio del Toro play young Han Solo. Even though that would have been, I guess, like, never mind. That would have been like Han Solo.
I think it would have
playing
been
Han
cool to
Solo.
see a guy like Chris Pratt, or
Well, they're already too old, though. You have to have like a
yeah, I
because
guess.
Han Solo wasn't
Zac
like
Efron?
old in the.
Yeah,
Pretty old.
well, he wasn't exactly like super young. I mean,
Just
Harrison
kidding.
Ford was what?
Didn't
He was in his
say that.
20s, 30s.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Should we move on to a more exciting movies that we might be a little more excited about?
Sure.
Because there's new
How
news.
come there possibly
New
be
news.
something more exciting?
Well, have you guys heard of David Benioff and D.B. Weiss?
Oh,
Yeah.
Game of
those are the
Thrones?
Game of Thrones guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, Kathleen Kennedy just come out with a quote here about them. It says, David and Dan
Oh,
are some
great
of the
quote.
best storytellers working today. Their command of complex characters, depth of story, and richness of mythology will break new ground and boldly push Star Wars in ways I find incredibly exciting. They're making their own Star Wars movies.
Well, she's excited. Then we should be excited.
And they had a joint announcement when they said, in the summer of 1977, we traveled to a galaxy far, far away, and we've been dreaming of it ever since. We are honored by the opportunity, a little terrified of the responsibility, and so excited to get started as soon as the final season of Game of Thrones is complete.
That'd be cool. I mean, I hope it's gonna be good. I mean, they did a decent job with Game of Thrones. The first season of Game of Thrones is like exactly like the book, right? So
I honestly, I hadn't started watching it, and then when this news came out, I just started watching the show.
yeah, it's
So
it's pretty
I've
cool.
always wanted to watch it, but then this news came out. I love Star Wars. I was like, okay, I gotta watch the show now, and it's
Fair.
pretty good.
It could be good.
Lots of boobies.
I would be
I
excited.
like that.
Well, that is a
I
part
don't
of
think
it.
Star Wars needs that. But
Yeah, no boobies in Star Wars. So what do you guys think? What is this gonna be? Is this gonna be Old Republic? I think that's what most people think. It's gonna be
I-
something, not Knights of the Old Republic, but something in the Old Republic.
I mean, it could be. I just hope it's something new. Just do something completely
Well, that's
different.
what that's
different
another
era.
part of this statement. Was
Maybe not
like,
the Old Republic. Maybe like halfway back.
It's
to
unrelated
the
to
Old
the
Republic. I don't know.
to the Skywalker saga. It's unrelated to Ryan Johnson's. It's its own thing.
You could do anything in the Old Republic, of course. It's a huge, broad span of lifetimes that you could just dive into. I mean, that's the thing about the Star Wars universe, right? You can do a lot with the history of it, depending on what you want to explore. Which is what was neat about Knights of the Republic, right? Because, well, we don't need to get into that game.
well, and it's also not canon anymore. So
That's true. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't count.
yeah,
forget
it
what,
doesn't-
forget
Disney
what I just said.
basically
It actually
erased,
doesn't
like, one
count.
of the best storylines
Oh.
that was ever written for Star
Yeah,
Wars.
but it's a
So maybe
Legends.
the Old Republic would be good to write about. I don't know because I don't have any reference point.
They just like
Yeah, but everything in Legends comes true in some way or fashion. You know, not everything, but I mean, like
Don't
each
refer
story
to it
has a
by
little bit
its
that
slave name, please.
Jesus.
Legend.
you don't like. It.
Legends. I hate that, man. Just that's ridiculous.
But that's what it's called. Like they all have that on their books now.
It's pretty weak.
I
I
was
just
very
think it's weak.
disappointed in that, Ron.
It's just lame.
Either
Yeah, but-
way,
Either way, what?
Revan still isn't canon anymore.
Disney's
so
like,
it doesn't
you
matter.
know what? Fuck
Yeah,
all
but they
that."
could make him canon.
No,
You wouldn't want to see a movie with Revan in it.
of course I would.
Well, then that's why they can do that. Because if it was already canon, then they couldn't make a movie. Because then they'd have to change what happened in history. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, but I don't want the history to
Well,
change.
yeah. Why would? That's the whole thing. It's
Revan's
like
history doesn't need to change.
it's Revan, but this time he drives a pod racer. Like what?
It's Revan, but this time he doesn't do any of the things that he's supposed to do as Revan.
He's actually Malik. Malik's the good guy. Don't you feel bad for him? He doesn't have a jaw.
But are you guys excited about this series? You guys don't sound so excited.
Well, it's
I
going to
think
be a
awesome.
long time until we see it. I mean, we'll see.
Right.
I don't know.
That's-
I don't
that's-
want to build it up in my head over 4 years or whatever.
Yeah, make the same
it's good,
mistake
it's good.
people did with Force Awakens.
But what about like in terms of Ryan Johnson's trilogy or this series of movies? Is either one like, oh, I really need to see one of those, or you're not?
I don't know.
Because I think a lot of people are like poo-pooing Ryan Johnson's one. They're like, people have petitions like, get Ryan Johnson out of here. But I think his trilogy is going to be awesome because it's
He
going to
was
be the
only-
first one.
He was only doing one movie, right?
No, but he's doing 3 now. His own trilogy. And the cool thing about this is, because you were talking earlier, Ron, about how, like, there's no plan, but this is going to be a trilogy, planned out trilogy, and then he's going to direct the first one
Okay.
and then hand it off to some other people. Or to direct, right? So he's going to write the whole thing. So instead of
Sure,
just,
sure.
like, the sequels, it was like, all right, JJ, do whatever you want. All right, Ryan, do whatever you want. All right, JJ, come back and put a nice bow on it, you know? It's going to be tricky for JJ to do that, but I think Ryan Johnson's going to be cool. And then it sounds like the Game of Thrones guys are going to have a similar thing where they're going to plan out a story before they start shooting each individual movie.
It's just like a Boba Fett story where he fights in a coliseum for 3 movies. It's just badass battles with all these crazy things. I would watch that. That's probably what it's going to be, right?
Boba Fett? Yeah, totally.
Yeah, the Boba Fett Gladiator series. I've heard it highly rumored.
You got Dengar.
Yeah.
You got Bosk. You got all the IG-88s. All 4 or 5? Were there 5? There were 5.
I have
You
no
know,
I think.
you know. You don't ask us. You're
Hey,
the IG-88
you get to
guy.
see
Yeah.
2 of them in Empire Strikes Back, so that's cool.
2 IG-88s.
Yeah, you see one of the destroyed ones, the shell of it, in the trash room where C-3PO's hanging
I
out.
want the Obi-Wan story.
You just really want that.
Yeah,
Two
I
Star
mean,
Wars
we
movies
gotta
now
get
without Obi-Wan.
We
and
gotta
it's just,
get that.
it's
That should have
not-
been the first
it's
one.
not
I don't know why
alright,
it wasn't.
yeah.
Like, maybe they're waiting for what's his name to be the perfect age. I can't forget. Ewan McGregor to be the perfect age that they need him to be.
Maybe. I mean, he's not getting any younger.
Do we need more Obi-Wan, though? Because he's been
But
in
we have Ewan
6
McGregor
movies.
who wants to do a movie, and he is great as Obi-Wan. He's
not
arguably
in
one of
6
the best
movies.
parts of the prequels.
Well, I guess, yeah.
He's in
is
six
Except for-
something, isn't he?
Except for the Palpatine guy. He was good in the prequels, too.
He's actually in 6, too, not just the boys.
Right. Well, no, yeah, I guess you're right.
He's in,
He's
in
like
his
barely.
ghost form.
He's like barely in it in Empire as
Had,
well.
to, had to show up and act.
Yep.
Which was very difficult for
Well, yeah. Either way,
Alec Guinness.
he's great. Obi-Wan is one of the coolest characters, most powerful Jedi.
It's true. He doesn't like flying, though.
Whatever.
Mm.
Still good at it.
It's true.
He's still a G. G unit.
An
Obi-Wan
OG
unit.
trilogy.
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan, blah, blah.
unit. Oh, yeah.
Totally.
You understand what I'm saying?
Not really.
This
Okay,
has
well,
been
reiterate.
Obi-Wan Hour.
Yeah, great.
Now back to
Obi-Wan
the
needs
Escape
this
Pod.
movie.
So basically, you're saying if Obi-Wan movie comes out, you're going to be way more excited than any Star Wars movie since 1999.
No. Episode 3 is going to be sweet.
Well, you were excited about Episode 7, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited too.
It's pretty
and-
excited.
And
You
I
excited
liked
for
it.
Revenge of the
Yeah.
Sith?
Episode 9 will be great.
I think it would be nice to have that little break because it's not going to be like you're going to have like a year and a half to just wait for Star Wars.
That's the worst. I don't want that.
You don't like that? You want
No,
a Star Wars movie
why,
every
why
month?
would you want to wait?
Star Wars
Because
should
then
be
you
like
get the
McDonald's.
anticipation building up, and you're
No,
like,
it's
diddle-it,
just-
diddle-it, diddle-it.
That's feces.
All right.
Anticipation is pain. No Star
Yeah.
Wars is pain.
And that leads to the dark side, bro. Don't
Well,
you
I
like the
mean-
dark side? You're wearing all red right now. You
Totally,
love the
man.
dark side.
Love it.
It's true.
Give me the red kyber crystals.
I think they kind of change color. That's the new canon. Is that when you grab a kyber
That's
crystal
so
and
dumb.
you dark
That's
side,
not
it
canon.
makes the crystal
That's-
red. That is Star Wars
so
canon.
dumb.
now. Like you grab a kyber crystal, if you're evil, it turns it red.
That's dumb.
No,
That's
they're
not how
different
it
color
works.
crystals.
No,
Yeah, the
that's
crystals
the
are just
new
different
canon,
colors.
though. Disney kind of added
What?
that.
That is garbage.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, wait.
Oh crap! We got to escape,
Oh
guys.
man, sounds like the ship's not gonna make
Yeah,
it.
we're
I
not
guess we
gonna
gotta
make it.
eject.
Oh,
Damn
we
it.
got to eject.
I was hoping we would just be able to hide this one
Is
out.
this like a shtick now? Is this like a bit that we're doing?
It's not a big
gotta
call. We're in an
go,
escape
Carl.
pod.
We're in the escape pod. Get in.
Come
Hey,
on.
quick! Do you got any plugs before you go?
No.
How many plugs? I don't have any
All right,
plugs.
all right. See you guys later.
All right.